All right, what is up, traders? What's up, everyone? We're going to go over the McClellan oscillator in today's chart layout package video, and we'll break down how it is that I use it. Now, there's lots of arrows all over the chart. Don't get too confused. Don't get too worried about that. We'll explain what those are, but mostly you want to be paying attention to this down here. This is your McClellan oscillator. Now, this is a market breadth chart layout combining the S&P 500 with the McClellan oscillator to provide a deeper analysis of market breadth and momentum. This chart is used to identify the underlying strength or weakness in the market by analyzing the breadth of the market movements. The McClellan oscillator provides insight into the momentum and potential turning points as well. Now, the arrows on the S&P 500 indicate significant market trends, with green arrows showing upwards trends and red arrows indicating downwards trends. We've also added my own extreme readings on here to the oscillator. So extreme readings on the McClellan oscillator are marked by the horizontal lines with red arrows showing where the market has turned down from overbought conditions. And then the green arrows indicate potential upturns from oversold conditions. So by default in Thinkorswim, it's got positive 100 and negative 100 in here, as they're overbought and oversold conditions. But oftentimes we see it go much higher than that. And those have led to potential downturns many times whenever we've been above those levels that I've marked on here specifically. Now, you can also use this chart to spot the divergences, and the oscillator can highlight divergences where the market index moves in one direction while the oscillator moves in another, suggesting potential reversals. And this layout helps traders and analysts to understand the broader market dynamics by combining price action of the S&P 500 with market breadth measured by the McClellan oscillator. It can be useful for identifying overbought and oversold conditions, as well as potential entry and exit points. So let's go back to our chart here and let's talk about what we mean. Okay, so we'll start off here with the red and green lines. We see here we're above the red line here, and then what do we see? We actually see a small little decline in the S&P 500 afterwards, right? That's why I've got this level up here. And then if you look down here, when we come down below this level here, that's right around here. And what do you see? A nice uptrend afterwards, right? Very nice uptrend, spotting potential reversal points, right? Is kind of the whole reason of this chart. And then you can combine that with some divergences here. If you're not too familiar with a divergence, just take a look out here, how we have a low, right, and a higher low at these points. And then if you look over here, we have a low, and then we've got a lower low at these points. So we're making these divergences where they're doing opposite things. And oftentimes these divergences can be potential signals for a bottom or a top temporarily, right? And so what do we see over here? Well, we see a long streak of higher highs, and then we see a long streak of lower highs on the McClellan oscillator here. And again, that's a divergence. And what do you see? Well, we get a nice little pullback here, a nice little correction. And some of these divergences are smaller. This is a weekly time frame right here. So if you zoom into some of the smaller time frames, these periods here where they're a little bit smaller, they'll start to look like this where they're longer, right? It really just depends on what time frame you're looking at and what type of time frame trader or analysis or entries and exits you're looking for. So that's going to break up today's video, wrap it up, the McClellan oscillator. This is a really nice one to start using, to start learning and adding to, your tool set, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to have as many tools, as many weapons as you can in the battlefield and war zone of trading. And I think this is a really useful one. I've got many more available. You guys can check out the links in the description if you want to purchase some of my chart layout packages. I've got market breadth, market internals, intermarket analysis. And once you start to use a lot of these things over the years, these are different chart layouts and things that have really helped me gain an edge. And I think you guys will enjoy them as well.